as of right now. More to be changing on that in the future. And coming in with 6 points at the top of my list was the land, because Sunshine Seasons is a fantastic quick service restaurant. The food is amazing. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's very comfortable. The selections are great, and everything is prepared. And some of the stuff that's included with your meal comes directly from the land attraction. So that's another neat selling point. But 6 points for the land for dining.
Nice. Rob, is the land at the top of yours?
Yeah, actually it is. So we start down at the bottom. I got, like I said, Imagination, Test Track, and Mission Space. You could give those, you can rank them 1, 2, 3, however you want to, because there's not a whole lot to eat around there, at least not right now, until they get the Mission Space restaurant up and running. So then it left the other ones there. So I did number 4. Is Mike doesn't like the place, so he forgot about it, but I kind of threw the electric umbrella there, and I actually like the electric umbrella. I know Mike doesn't.
It's not attached to one of these pavilions, though, is it?
It's right behind.
It was a stretch.
It's a stretch, but you're looking
I
for
did it
stuff
too.
to.
Oh.
So, well, like I said, you wouldn't have ranked it any high anyway because you don't like it. So, but I gave it a 4. Number 5 went to the seas with Nemo and friends, just like Mike was saying with the different places there. But yeah, no, the land has to be that one has to be the best place there between Sunshine Seasons and all the different things they have there to eat and stuff. That's become one of our favorite places to eat if we are in Future World. So
nice. Shannon, are you going to go 3 for 3 with the land being your top ranked?
Yeah, so Mike and I are on the same page, right on down the line. So Spaceship Earth, 1, Mission Space 2, Track 3. I mean, this is just a recap of Mike. Imagination 4, Seas with Nemo 5, and the land 6. The land got 6 because, well, you've got a lot of options. You can get creme brulee, you can get some Mongolian beef, and again, a lot of the food options come from what is being grown in the land, which I happen to love. So, Mike and I are on the same page with that. Thank you, Mike.
Oh, you're welcome.
Good job, Mike. And with mine, we're going to go, my lowest ranked dining pavilion is relaunched Mission Space. Again, as everybody said, until they start construction and then finish the new space-themed restaurant. Number 2 is Imagination Pavilion. Number 3 is going to be Spaceship Earth, and I did throw in the electric umbrella for close proximity. Number 4, I've got Test Track. You've got 2 little snack shops outside. You've got Taste Track and then Test Track Cool Wash right outside of the entrance to Test Track, followed by the Coral Reef Restaurant in the Seas with Nemo and Friends. That is one of the things on my 2018 bucket list, so I wanted to make sure that got a high grade. And then clean sweep for the Land Pavilion. It's got the Garden Grill, the Land Cart, and Sunshine Seasons all inside that pavilion, which, as everybody said, offers healthy options that have been grown inside of living with the land. So now we're going to go over to shopping.
Yeah, I suppose I should have mentioned the Garden Grill in my thing too, but so just to avoid any nasty emails or anything down there, I totally forgot about it.
So, Mike, how did your pavilions rank with shopping? Because I know that your wallet is burning a hole in your pocket.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This was kind of enlightening. The land was down at the bottom with 1 point. Not a lot going on there as far as souvenirs go. Followed up quick with Spaceship Earth. The only reason Spaceship Earth didn't get the 1 is because the Art of Disney is right across from it. So that kept it from being at the bottom. In the middle of the pack there is the Imagination Pavilion. They do have a gift shop with Figment themed stuff and everything like that, so at least it's representing as best it can. It's holding on to the past with like grim death. Coming in with 4 points is Test Track. They have a pretty solid gift store on the way out of there. Number 5 with 5 points, so that'd be my number 2. The Seas with Nemo and Friends, again another solid gift shop. Lots of they're big on the plush there, if I remember right from the sea. And coming in at the top with 6 points is Relaunch Mission Space. They have a very cool gift shop, not just Mission Space themed things, but a lot of NASA themed things, which is really cool. My oldest is big into NASA, and we checked out some stuff there. They have lots of Legos and things like that. So Mission Space really represents well with the gift shop.
Nice. Very nice. Rob, what about you, buddy?
Well, I guarantee this one was not as hard as some of the other ones were, as far as them all having it. Then it was trying to figure out the order to put them in. So personally, for me, I put the Seas with the Nemo and Friends. Like I said, yeah, they do have a lot of plush. They do have a nice gift shop. It's just not where I would be spending my money. Number 2, I had the Land, just because there's not a whole lot there to get. 3, again, there I agree with Mike, Mission Space. It has a lot of nice things, a lot of unique things and everything. So it is a nice one, but it only ranked 3 on mine. I went next to Test Track. Their gift shop has a lot of, just like the Mission Space has a lot of space things themed and everything. Test Track has a lot of cars and Chevy themed stuff. Number 5, I did with the Imagination Pavilion, and really, not so much that it's the best, second best one necessarily, but again or two, that is where you can get a lot of Figment stuff. And again or two, talking about an original Figment, even though the ride and everything definitely could be spruced up and everything like that, Figment still is a popular character among the people that still like the classics and some of the original stuff from Epcot and everything. So
don't go down the rabbit hole. Don't go down the rabbit hole.
So that's why I did 5. I went ahead and gave Spaceship Earth my top ranking, and what I did was because you, like Mike said, you got the Art of Disney right there at the front of Spaceship Earth, but I also lumped in, just like I did the Electric Umbrella, I lumped in Mouse Gears. And I think Mouse Gears is one of the best shops on property. It has a lot of stuff.
But it's not in a pavilion. It's not in a... This isn't Brian here. This is Rob. Rob plays by the rules.
Rob's, yeah.
Where would you put...
You went Electric Umbrella. You went Mouse Gear. That's
all right in that area.
That's Boulder Dash.
Look, he didn't go to Starbucks.
No kidding.
So that's what I did. So.
Oh, come on, Rob. You're better than that.
No, I had to give Mouse Gear some love. So it's Ginner too. It's one of the best shops on property because it has a lot of stuff that you can't get at some of the other shops and everything. So.
That I won't argue with. I was there the last time. I was trying to get one of those retro Epcot hats, and I actually almost got the one off the mannequin in the display window because it was the last one in the building. And I kind of worked my way up from floor person to floor manager to a higher up to see if I could get it. And then they told me I could just order it off the app.
I don't want to order it off the app. I want the one right now.
The cool thing about the app, if you order it off the app and it knows your phone, it knows that your phone and you are in Walt Disney World, they will give you free shipping.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I ordered
That's
something
cool.
because I was looking for I had a pullover I wanted to get. They didn't have it in my size, so they told me to go on the app. I went on the app, and then it did not charge me shipping because it could tell that I was in Disney. Once you get out of Disney World, Walt Disney World property, if you're at the airport and you order it, boom, it's going to charge you shipping. But if you're on property and they don't have it anywhere else, and you go on the app to buy it, they will give you free shipping. So just FYI on that one.
That's Rob.
Look at Rob trying to gloss over the fact he selected Mouse Gear.
Oh my gosh.
And Shannon, what about you, dear?
What about me? Okay. So the Land gets a 1. You can't get anything there. They need a gift shop or something. Something needs to happen. You need like Land shirts or Soarin' shirts or, something. Gotta do something. Number 2 ended up being the Seas with Nemo. Now, the store used to be had a little more options there to buy things, but what I've noticed recently is that's really gone down quite a bit. Number 3 is the Imaginations Pavilion because they do sell some stuff in there, that's for sure. I mean, at least they're holding on with that, and you can buy a Figment in there if you want. Number 4 was Mission Space. Although I love NASA and that, I just think the store could have been maybe a little bit more. Maybe they'll do that with the restaurant or something. You can get some, some cooler merchandise. Number 5, I went with Test Track because, that store is pretty cool. I mean, you can get some jackets and, just different things like that. So I like Test Track. But number 6, and I only have to walk about 50 feet from Spaceship Earth to get to it. I don't have to walk a half a block or in order to try and fit it into my land or anything like that. It's less than 50 feet. And these people love to take my money, and that is the art of Disney. So Spaceship Earth, because it's about 50 feet, but if I take a really good step, I probably get 46. But,
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So my ranking, I didn't know that there was a store in Imagination, clearly because I don't go into that attraction anymore, so that got a 1. The land got 2 because it does have a little gift cart. Let me emphasize the word cart outside of Soarin'. I can't remember what it's called, but you can get a Soarin' pin and you can get a couple little trinkets. There's not a whole lot there. I think you get a mug that says that you're a pilot or co-pilot. Number 3 is going to be Spaceship Earth with the Art of Disney. I love that. I love that store. But since it's not attached to it, I kind of knocked it down a bit. Number 4 is the Seas with Nemo and Friends. That is a great store if you've got a kid, especially if the kid loves Nemo. You get a lot of plush, a lot of cool little souvenirs that you can get that you can't get anywhere else inside of Walt Disney World. Number 5 is relaunched Mission Space. Just because you can, outside of going to Kennedy Space Center, where else are you going to get NASA-themed gifts that you can get for your kids, or if you've got grandkids, your grandkids? And then being a Chevy guy, Test Track got my top-ranked shopping opportunity because of the Chevy-themed stuff and the little park vehicles that you can pick up inside of that gift shop. So that's going to wrap it up for shopping. Now we're going to go back around the horn and we're going to total up our total rankings and tell you what ranked last all the way up to first. And we're going to start with Mike. Share your rankings with us, buddy.
Okay. This was rather surprising. Coming in at the bottom in 6th place with 13 points, this was not surprising, was the Imagination Pavilion. There's just, for what it used to be into what it's become, it's just not great. Coming in at 5, which was kind of surprising because it's one of my favorite attractions, is Spaceship Earth. It took a beating on dining. It took a beating on shopping because it's not connected to Mouse Gear. And
but you can throw the Art of Animation.
The theming also hurt it.
The Art of Disney into it, okay.
It's a heck of a lot closer.
Now if you got long legs like me.
You nodded. You were like, "Oh yeah, that was good." Yeah.
I would still give it a 6.
The microphone comes on. Yeah. So that came in with 15 points. Again, it suffered in theming, dining, and shopping. Coming in at 4th place, which again was a surprise because it got 2 6s in theming and shopping, was Relaunch Mission Space. But it hurt in shows and dining. I'm sure once that new space restaurant is done, if we came back and revisited this, it'll be different. 3rd place, 18 points, was the Land Pavilion, ranked at the top for attractions and dining, but suffered in shopping and theming. 2nd place, 19 points, was Test Track. That was had pretty solid grades in theming and attractions, suffered in shows, and the shopping also helped bring it up. And coming in at 1st place, which I'm still scratching my head over this happened. Apparently my favorite pavilion is the Seas with Nemo and Friends, which was shocking, but a 6 for shows, a 5 for dining and shopping, and a 4 for theming propelled that right up to the top. So, this is why I love the way we do these rankings, because what you think is a lock is not. This is, if this is your first podcast you're listening to of us with rankings, go back and listen to the other ones, because the same kind of results show up, and it's shocking, it's interesting, it's fun. So that's my top one. So apparently the Seas with Nemo and Friends is my favorite pavilion in Future World.
Nice. as like Mike said, there's always a shocker. Always a shocker, and clearly there's one right here. Rob, what about you? Are you surprised by your results?
I was